Pay yourself first, build income, don't just pay bills. Most women don't have a money problem, they have a priority problem. They pay bills, they pay their kids, they pay their business, they pay everyone else. And what's left? Nothing for themselves. Hi, I'm Veronica Rosa, your emotional wellness and life coach. And today we are going to talk about a powerful shift, paying yourself first. Now, as not as a tip, but as a strategy to build real income and wealth. Now, type in me first in the comments if you are ready to stop putting yourself last. Now, let's keep this simple. Paying yourself first means you don't wait to see what's left. You don't put yourself on the back burner. You decide, I matter too, and I matter first. Before the bills, before the extras, before the spending, you set aside money for you. And this could look like saving, investing, paying yourself from your business, building something for your future. Type I matter if this hits you. Now, let's be real. Most women don't pay themselves first because we feel guilty, we feel behind, we don't make enough money yet, or we're just used to taking care of everyone else and putting ourselves in the back burner and saying, oh, I'll wait until a better time. And believe me, and the belief sounds like I'll pay myself when I have more time, but that day never comes. So, because it's habit and habits don't change with more money, they actually scale. So, if you do not pay yourself first at $1,000, you will not pay yourself at $10,000. So, type in truth if that resonates with you. Now, let's reframe this. Paying yourself first is not selfish, it's respect. When you pay yourself first, you build discipline, you build confidence, you build ownership, you build wealth. And most importantly, you stop living paycheck to paycheck. And even if you make more. So type in discipline if you're ready to shift your habits. Now let's make this easy. You do not need to have a perfect system. You just need to start simple. So let's go over how to start simple. Number one, start small. Even if it's $10, $25, or 5% of your income, set an amount. The amount doesn't matter. It's the habit that matters. So type in start in the comments if you are done waiting and you are ready to invest in yourself. Number two, make it automatic. Set it and forget it. Auto transfers, put it into a separate bank account, create your own business pay structure. Number three, treat it like a bill, non-negotiable. Just like you wouldn't have an employee work for you for free, well, you're not going to work for yourself for free. So it's non-negotiable. You wouldn't skip rent. You do not skip on yourself. So put in non-negotiable in the comments if you are ready to commit to paying yourself first. Now, here's the part that most women miss. You can want to pay yourself first, but if your business doesn't have structure, it feels impossible. If the money is coming in randomly, if you do not know your numbers of what's coming in and what's coming out, if you don't have a system, you're going to always feel behind. You're going to always feel blindsided. You're going to always feel like you don't, like you can't. And that's why I partnered with Carrie, because she helps you take your income, put all the cards on the tables and help map out what it is that's coming in, what is coming out, so that you can set a realistic goal and just set it and forget it, automate it, where it just automatically, because she's going to help take your income and actually organize it into something that works. And that's, you have no idea of like the magic that happens with that, because now that you have, when you're reassured of your systems and what's coming in and what's coming out, it gives you not just more time, but it's time is money. So it's either time or money to allocate in other places or to delegate for other services or other people to expand your business. And that's only going to make more money coming into you. So Carrie Ann, can you break this down for us, please?
Yes, thank you so much, Veronica. Hi, I'm Carrie Krall, and I am a business operations strategist. So, what Veronica talked about are things that I see all the time when I work with clients. So, it really connects strongly to what I see, especially when I work with women in business. So, as we know, we are incredibly hardworking. We're bringing our clients in, we're doing good work. But business still feels stressful and very reactive behind the scenes. And it can feel that way because we have very little structure. Sometimes we're just trying to get everything working, keep things rolling, keep business going, keep family going, just keep all the things going. And so everything sometimes feels urgent. And so we're constantly switching priorities, constantly reacting instead of planning ahead and making decisions last minute. And that's because we're carrying a lot of the business in our head and we don't have a lot of systems in place. So that creates some pressure. So that pressure is stress. And it could be operational pressure, mental pressure, but financial. And I want to be clear, I am not a financial advisor, I am not a money coach, but I help women create more structure so they have visibility and operational clarity into what is happening in their business so that they can manage their business easier and long term build a more sustainable business. So, what does that look like? That looks like knowing your numbers. Veronica mentioned that. So, that looks like planning and having predictability. So, quarterly planning. Quarterly planning is something I love. Veronica knows that because you shouldn't be blindly going into each quarter of the year, not knowing your numbers, not knowing what things look like. So, well, what does that even mean? That means you're going to know what's coming up. You're going to know what needs attention first. You're going to know where your time is really going because, as Veronica mentioned, time is money. And you're going to know what actually in your business needs to operate smoothly so that you have that time. And then again, time is money. So a lot of women spend a lot of time working in their business instead of on their business. So if there are things you can be doing with your time in building your business instead of spending time doing admin tasks or small things in operations that could be automated, you're spending more time making the money while you have things magically happening over here to keep your business running. And those are things that, you might not see the dollar signs at first, but time is money and you're spending more time building than doing admin things for your business that may not create a sustainable income. Okay. And when we have that uncertainty and that reactive mode, that causes stress, right? And so simplifying processes, creating routines, seeing visibility into your operational systems can help with finances. Knowing if you have a quarterly goal and knowing your numbers. So I create this widget and it costs me this much to create this widget. And this month I want to make this much money. You have your numbers right there to know how much money you need to make and then how much money you need to spend. So planning isn't just about setting goals for me, it's about creating that visibility for my client. So even small changes can make a big difference when you're talking about visibility into finances. So it's one planning routine, one organized workflow, one process for handling client admin tasks, one system for tracking responsibility. But most important is you want one recurring review quarterly of what's working and what's not. So those things create consistency, they create stability. And when business starts to feel less chaotic and more intentional, then you have that shift. You're able to step back, breathe, and make decisions, even financial ones, with the knowledge of what is actually happening in your business and the knowledge of where you're spending your time. And that's going to make you feel more calm, more confident, and build the business that you dreamed about. And as we talked about in the earlier session, is using your talents to build that sustainable business. So I will leave you with what is one area of your business that would feel less stressful with more structure, planning, or consistency around it that would let you make clearer financial decisions. So Veronica, do you want to bring this home?
Absolutely. Perfectly said, Carrie Ann. So let's bring this home. Remember that you are not here just to pay bills. We are here to build wealth, generational wealth. We just got to step out of that paradigm with the system, what they said that we can and we can't do. we can create something new, and it gets scary. And that's why Carrie Ann and I have partnered together so that you can come and say, hey, these are my gifts, these are my goals, or this is what I would wish. And then we help you create that system. Something as simple for me was like, I wanted to buy my husband a really nice Valentine's gift, like really nice. It was like $5,000. And you're like, $5,000 for a Valentine's gift? Like, that sounds like wow, you know? But when I actually sat down and I looked at my budgeting, my finances, and I realized, hey, I can afford this. I'll put it on my credit card, 0% interest for 0% interest for a year. And I figured, hey, if I did month or weekly payments, I'll have this paid off in a few months. And I was able to afford it. And so sometimes it's just that simple. It doesn't, like Carrie Ann said it previously, sometimes we hear systems and structure. We're like, oh my God, it's like a big, bold process. But really, it's just creating the safe space and the time to sit. And sometimes we just need a little guidance to organize and prioritize. Okay, this goes here, so that we can unriddle the problem that we have and realize, bang, I can afford it. Bang, I can do it. So comment, I pay me first, because today is your moment to decide that you are no longer last. You are no longer optional. You are a priority. And again, if you are realizing I need help with my money habits and mindsets, I need structure with systems for my income, Carrie Ann and I got you, because that's exactly why we created She Means Business. Join us for our next Power Hour, Conscious Spending. Let's build with structure and rise with strategy. Adios.
Bye.